Hello and welcome back to this channel. Here is part 2 of pros and cons of keeping your chicken whether free range. We did pros and cons of free range. So today we are doing a pros and cons of caged chicken or housed chicken. For me, battery caging is out. So we are not going to be talking about battery caging in this video, but these pros and cons will apply whether you're housing your chicken in a coop or a battery cage. So let's get into it. So number one, the pros of caging your chicken is this high efficiency and productivity. It's very easy to control. It's very easy to measure, especially if your chicken are a business. It's very easy to measure, to keep records, to be able to predict and to do projections if your chicken are caged. Egg collection, if you're doing layers, is very efficient because they are all controlled in one place so you can tell. Number two is space saving. It's high intensive on space. So if you have a small space, you can do high stocking and density allows more birds in a smaller space. Or you can actually do the recommended spacing of your birds in a cage like we do in our own chicken house. We don't like to call ours a cage. It's not a cage, it's a chicken coop. There's a difference. Yeah, so it's space saving and space intensive. Number three is this lower labor costs. I can never overemphasize on this because this is my experience. I'm able to manage my chicken by just feeding them twice a day and letting them out when I'm home. So there's very low labor required when you are doing caged or housed chicken. Let me stop using the word caged, housed chicken. Yeah, so there's low labor, you spend less money, and you get higher productivity. Number three is there's better disease monitoring. So if your chicken are living in a house, you're able to see them. When you go to feed them, you can tell this one is sick and you're able to isolate it and keep it in isolation until it gets better. And that really makes it easier to manage the diseases because it doesn't spread as fast. So you can be able to remove the sick ones, treat it away from the healthier ones. If it's a disease that requires control, you can be able to control. Number four advantage is you're able to do more things in your space because now your chicken are in a house. You can use the other space for gardening and the chickens are not going to destroy your garden. You can also monitor what you feed your chicken. You can be able to weigh the feed, give the right amount of seeds and also the right amount of nutrition. Remember, with free range, the chicken are looking for their own food. So you can't tell which chicken ate what. But if they're in a house, you're able to feed the right amount of food. So let's look at the cons of housing your chicken. Number one is animal welfare. So animal welfare conscious people argue that chicken can't move freely. But I like to say that allow enough space for your chickens. If you've gotten our chicken plan, the one for our coop, we have allowed enough space for each chicken. So your chicken can actually move freely. So it's possible to get a win-win situation with the housed chicken as opposed to the free-range chicken. Okay, so you get the con says that the animal welfare conscious people will refuse to house their chicken because the chicken can't move freely. This leads to stress, this leads to injuries and poor quality of life. Yes, if you don't get the right spacing for your chicken, that is going to happen. The next is the public perception. Increasingly, people want to buy free-range chicken. Like in Kenya, they call it the road runner. Ideally, it tastes better and it's tougher. So you're able to tell if this chicken are entirely free-range or housed. Then the other con is healthy issues. So if your chicken are cramped in a small space, so many of them, you've not allowed enough space for them to move, they're going to be under high stress. They are going to be sick and the diseases are going to be faster. So you're not going to be able to maximize your production, as we said. So it's better if you observe the spacing if you're keeping your chicken in a house. So the next con is the high cost of building chicken houses. Like if you use our plan, it's not entirely cheap, but it's affordable. It's not entirely cheap, but it's affordable. You can actually work with it. But it costs money to build a chicken house, and an efficient one. It costs money for it to be efficient. You have to have lighting, you have to have a comfortable materials for the chicken to live in. So there's a cost factor if you're keeping your chicken in a housing. I hope you've learned something, and we also want to hear your views and opinions in the comments. But let's keep it civil. Let's not get to hate and all those other things. Let's keep it a bit civil, and let's have a conversation around free range and housed chicken. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and thank you for coming back to view this channel. Always remember, if you have a vision, add some passion. I'll see you in the next one.